What's up, guys? Welcome to beautiful Santa Monica, California, and today we find ourselves here on the corner of Bunnell and Ocean, and we are doing the filming locations for one of my favorite movies of all time, Lords of Dogtown. Now, right behind me is Bunnell Street, and we'll go check it out in a minute, but not only was this street used as a filming location, it was picked specifically because this is the street where Jay Adams has his famous picture of him riding down it. Now, behind me, you could see my element board that I bought. And I was gonna attempt to recreate the photo, but looking at it now, fuck that. I would eat total shit if I try to recreate that photo. So sufficing to say, your boy will not be doing this shit today. But let's go check out the filming location and see what we can find. So we get this shot right here where Stacy is with Katie getting ready to surf. The car would have been facing that way. Jay would have ended up right here after coming down Bunnell. You can make out this row of trees and this pole right here. This meter and this tree were not here at the time, and you can definitely make this out, which we'll talk about a little bit more when I'm back up here talking about when Jay's coming down. You can definitely see this in the shot, but we'll talk about that right now in a minute. But the shot would have been something to this effect right here, as Jay is telling Stacy that he didn't make the team.
So Tony got on the team, right? And Sid and Peggy and Biniac and Red Dog and Shogo.
Also in the shot, you could see a guy skating right here in the background as they're having the conversation right there.
No, dude, there's an occasional set. It's really not that bad.
Sweet, man.
So right here is Bunnell, and coming down this way, we would have seen Jay carving back and forth. And in between shots, you can definitely make out this little rest area right here. And it has been changed. The roof, I think, has been painted, or it's been completely like renovated. The pillars are the same as far as I can tell, but the roof itself, I'm not sure if they just painted it or they replaced it completely. But that can definitely be made out in the shot as Jay is carving down here, coming this way and making his way toward Stacy and Katie. Right there. There we have it, guys. The first location down, Bunnell Street, right here, right behind me. And just as a point of reference, right there is the Santa Monica Pier. And if we turn this way, about a couple blocks that way is the Venice Beach Boardwalk. So if you're ever here, make sure you stop by Bunnell Street and check it out. Okay, I have no idea why I'm gonna do this, but I'm gonna do it nevertheless. I'm gonna do it for Jay. Oh, I ain't going all the way up though, because fuck that. I think right about here looks good. Let's go from here. Oh man. Here we go. So it's for you, Jay. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I think it's gonna be a while before I can try to even attempt this. So we'll just call what I did a win. What you're looking at right now is the back of the Zephyr shop. And the guys who rent out this particular section of the building have been gracious enough to let me do a real quick video back here to show you what it looks like nowadays. This back here was where they had the party in the movie, where I believe Jay gets punched because he's picking up on that dude's girl. And this is where that whole scene just takes place, that whole party that becomes a big mess. And then obviously that's when Skip starts throwing the surfboards from the other side, which we will go to in a minute. But of course I have to do this first because they have to be somewhere. And like I said, I do appreciate them very, very much. But this is it right here. And the Zephyr shop would have been on this corner of the building itself. Now, The where they're cutting the surfboards and sanding them down and everything, that is obviously no longer here because that was just a set for the movie. But back here is just so unassuming. But yet here it is, the Zephyr shop from Lords of Dogtown. Let's go check out the front and see how it looks nowadays.
Hey, are you cold, Poppy?
I don't know. Seriously. Yeah.
What do you think you're doing?
Hey, what's up, Gene?
Okay guys, so now we're back in front of the Zephyr shop. So this building right here, at one point in time, was what they used for the Zephyr shop. Although this was not the real one. The real one is a little bit more down the street, but they chose this particular location because it was a lot easier to film, a lot less traffic. Now, a lot of things have changed on the building. The molding on the top, the crown molding wasn't there, and this side was slightly elevated a bit. Now, the Zephyr shop would have been right here. The name Zephyr would have been right there on top of the second, or middle, I should say rather, middle set of windows right there. That's where Skip would have been right above, throwing all the surfboards.
And here's your share of the profits, man! I'm out of here!
So how freaking cool is this to be here at the Zephyr shop from Lords of Dogtown? So awesome. And another fun fact, actually, that the guys who let me into the back actually let me know that the surfboards that you see in the window were just a backdrop that were front lit to give it the appearance of the shop being full. And from what he explained, the reason they did that is because the scene wasn't coming out bright enough, so they improvised and used a backdrop that was front lit to give it that appearance of it being a full shop. So how awesome is that? Little fun fact right there for you. There it is, Zephyr shop, Lords of Dogtown.
It's a free surfboard!
Okay guys, so here we are at the next filming location for Lords of Dogtown, and right now we are at Jay Adams' house. And not much has changed apart from, I believe this is a little different. It's been stuccoed, I guess, again. But other than that, it looks pretty much the same. The windows here at the corner, the doors on that side, you can barely see it, but it is there. Now this is the scene, you do see this alleyway in the scene where he gets, right after he gets into the little, not really argument, but he's a little disappointed in his mother's boyfriend, who is now leaving her because she is too wild, according to him. So then he throws the surfboard that's given to him out of just like whatever, you know, he didn't care. He then proceeds to come out on this side of the house, jump down onto this garage, and then down here, and then proceeds to skate down this way. And in the shot, you can see right where the Lambo is at, you can see a Volkswagen bus that was put there for the movie. So I wanted to see if I could frame up the shot. So after Jay jumps off of this garage to my right, he would then get on his board and just skate down going this way. Well, his mom's ex-boyfriend is calling out his name to try to get him back, but at that point Jay really doesn't care anymore. He just wants to get out of there as quickly as possible. Now you can see in the shot that where the Lamborghini is at, that's where the Volkswagen bus would have been placed, with these 4 garages that can be seen. And on the right hand side you can definitely make out the garage doors along with the balconies, the corresponding balconies. And yeah, that's how the scene would play out. How awesome is that?
Jay!
Okay guys, to make this very quick, because the tripod and the phone right now are in the middle of the street, so I gotta make this really quick. So where the BMW is right here, that's where Stacy would have pulled up with Kathy.
Come in, Stace.
And they both would have gotten out and had the argument right here as Kathy's trying to pull him to the ground to make out with him, but Stacy didn't want any of that. He wanted to spend time with her alone.
Come here. Come down here with me.
Let's go.
Come here.
I just wanted to be with you. I'll call you tomorrow.
And she wanted to go party. So he takes off in anger, and Jay, watching from up there, sees what's going on, comes down and takes advantage of the moment. And that's where he does the little dance around her with the little guitar and, you know, dancing around all cool. he comes over here to this tree right here, and that's where he does the little, with her, and just plays around with her until obviously that worked. And they end up in the room with Tony Alva and his date, and then that's where the dad almost caught them. And I believe that scene was filmed inside the house. I could be mistaken, but as far as I'm aware, it was filmed on location. And like I said, it's really cool to be here and to see this house. It's iconic. I've watched this movie for years and years and years, more than a decade now, of course. And just to be here is awesome. But here it is, Tony Alva's first house. Okay, guys, so here we are at the next filming location. I had to go handheld for this one, as I couldn't really bring all the equipment with me because I had to park kind of a way away. Anyway, behind me is Tony Alva's second house. Now, if I'm not mistaken, this house was only seen in one scene, and that is the scene where he comes out after the skate competition, after he gets his eye busted, and he loses his coordination while he's recovering, and he comes out and tries to skate right here on the street. And that's where Johnny Knoxville would have pulled up somewhere, I believe, obviously along the curb, but I'm not sure if it was up in the front right here where the Jeep is, or if it was here. I didn't get to watch the scene before I got out here. Anyway, so he comes up and then he starts ridiculing him as he doesn't know how to skate. And I believe the girl calls him like a pirate or something, and they just ridicule him and make him and just belittle him.
So, are you a good pirate or a bad pirate? Ahoy, Captain!
And then they take off, right? And then that's when the dad pulls up and sees him like sulking, or he's, obviously he's hurt.